Hello and welcome to another A Star to G briefing. Many weeks ago I promised to do a top tips for email, but I've been holding back because it's a really difficult topic. No one uses email in the same way. Everyone has got different problems. Everyone uses different software on different computers. Some system administrators bolt it down so it can't be changed. It's a bit of a nightmare really. But it's something that can aid and hinder your personal productivity. And I've met people with thousands of unread emails in their inbox, and they genuinely get scared and are frightened to look at their email because of what they might find. Well, I've got a million ideas and tips to pass on, and I'm sure that we'll come back and look at this many times in the future. But today I'm going to give you 5 straightforward top tips. Without really going into too details, they're kind of like the starting point. These are really the things to kick off our research into email personal productivity, if you like, an email personal productivity project. Now, email may be the subject to a school policy, which you've got to adhere to. So, for example, in some schools, teachers might be expected to communicate with parents by email. And in others, it'll be strictly forbidden, and all emails, for example, have to go through the school office. Well, find out what your school's policy is, first of all, and whatever you do, don't break it. If they've got a policy, you have to adhere to that policy, and you've already signed up to it with your contract. Find out the school policy on email and stick to it. Now, tip number 1 for email is turn it off. The temptation, I think, is to leave on your email program all day, leave it on all the time, and you get that bing bong every time a new message arrives. But this is distracting, and it also points to some time management questions, I think, about prioritization. When you've done your emails and you've acted on it and you've cleared all that kind of stuff, turn the program off and give yourself some uninterrupted time to do other stuff like teach. Don't let that bing bong ruin your day. Tip number 2, get the software program to sort out your email for you. This is using things like macros and rules and filters, quick steps, automation. This is how you can get your software to look at the emails as they arrive and do something with it, rather than just leave it in your inbox and expect you to deal with every individual message. You could have a simple rule like put all emails from the principal in this folder, for example, or delete all emails that have the word upgrade in the subject title or special offer in the subject title, or complicated ones which have 4 or 5 steps. Get this one sorted out, put that in this folder, and if it's this, colour code it red, all those kind of stuff. The software programs all have rules and automation things built in, which will just make your life so much easier and give you a big helping hand to getting through the email workload. Tip number 3, do it when you can act on it. Is your inbox empty? How many of your emails have you opened and then left? Well, it's a mighty challenge, but try to complete each email the first time you open it rather than put it aside for later. For example, it's better to have an hour a day when you clear all your emails than to have it nagging at you all day, and every time you look at your screen you've got another 2 or 3 messages and you don't have time to deal with them. So do your email and do it properly, and make sure you've put aside enough time to do your emails and manage that time effectively. And tip number 4, which follows straight on, delete. Prioritise your emails, and those that don't deserve your time, delete them. Have no qualms about auto-deleting anything, adverts or stuff from circulars or minutes and agendas and stuff like that, the meetings you're not going to go to. Auto-delete is a really good thing to do. If you don't want to auto-delete, start each session by selecting all the time wasters and pressing delete. Press the button. You can sometimes cut down your inbox by half straight away just by pressing that button. Tip number 5, do unto others as you would like others to do to you. So if you get wound up by someone's email behaviour, don't do it straight back to them. Think through whether email is the right way, the best way, or the most efficient way of communicating what it is that needs to be communicating. Is a phone call better, or a letter? perhaps not at 60p a stamp, or a text message or on your mobile phone. There are many ways of communicating, and don't just assume that email is the right one of doing it. If it's winding you up, it's probably winding up other people as well. There are probably better ways of doing it. So there you have 5 email tips. If you think rules might be worth having a look at, there are some really good tutorials on YouTube, and you should have a look. Search for things like Outlook rules or Macmail rules, and you'll find some really good stuff. I don't want to add to any more of those, but if you want to find some rules, there's some really good material already out on YouTube. Let us know how you get on anyway, and please do subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you very soon.